Hello, well done viewer. In this video, we are going to learn about Android OS basic concept, Android architecture. Android is a special operating system designed for touchscreen mobile devices or commonly called smartphones. This operating system is a development of the Linux operating system which has proven toughness and reliability. Released on September 23, 2008, Android is developed by Open Handset Alliance, which is commercially sponsored by Google. Android, which is open source software, allow user to develop the operating system, and the person who does the development is usually also referred to as an Android developer. To become an Android developer, there are several things that must be mastered, one of which is the architecture of Android itself. And now I will explain about Android architecture. If we have planned to make application for Android, of course we have to read and learn about Android. But before we jump into that things, we just need to know actually what and how this Android composed of. As we can see on the picture, Android is having basically 5-layer architecture. Start from the first layer is the Linux kernel, and then libraries, application framework, application, and the last layer is Android runtime. Linux kernel on the first layer. We have always heard that Android is based on Linux. Now by Linux we mean that the kernel of the Android is a Linux kernel, and the main work of the kernel is to get the work done from a hardware. Hardware can be anything like your display, your camera, your Wi-Fi, anything can be a hardware. Next, to the second layer after the Linux kernel we are having libraries. Here, libraries work as some logical group or some logical instruction that we give and we want to give to the kernel to perform an action. All of this is being done by the libraries like SQLite, OpenGL, or the SSL library. There are our library. Libraries can be even C++ or Java libraries. Now to the next layer, we are having the application framework. These are basically group of instances put together to the purpose of a developer to make things easier or understandable, like Activity Manager, Window Manager, and Telephony Manager. As a developer, when we develop application, we will be using Telephony Manager for our purposes, and we don't need to go deeper in the libraries or the kernel. Telephony Manager will help us to do the things ourselves. About the application framework, we are having some application. Application are the built-in our phone like home, contacts, phone, browser, or our camera. These applications are available in the Android phone itself, are known as application. Then, as a user or as a developer, people doing look application in this layer, we will call them as an user developed application. Now let's go deeper into all of this and study what all these are having or what these all are made up of. As you can see on the picture, Linux kernel is basically involved in 3 main parts. First is the device drivers, the second is memory management, and then process management. The 3 main parts of any computer or computing machinery is the same things. Device drivers walk through a particular device like our hardware, our memory chip, our camera, getting work done from this part of the kernel. It is having drivers for all of these things. A driver for camera whose work would be to take a picture is done in the Linux kernel itself. Then we go to memory management. The role of memory management is very simple. How does the Android OS of the Linux kernel manage the entire memory? Which folder or option on what memory, where files are placed, This is done by the memory management. Then we jump to process management. Everything is the process in the building dictionary. If we playing music, it's a process. If we doing some operation or switching on Bluetooth, this is a process too. All of that come as a part of process management. And this entirely comes as a part of the Linux kernel, as a bottom layer or the first layer of the Android architecture. And to keep update the latest version of the Linux kernel, we can go to the website on kernel.org. Now we move to the second layer, libraries. As we known before, some C or C++ libraries, some graphics 2-dimension or 3-dimension, the SQLite, the media codecs, even browser engine. These all are a part of libraries. Then along with them, some interface through Java or Java interaction also comes as a part of libraries in our Android architecture. So to make it simple, some standard things that are being followed or some standard procedure that are there for the purpose. To simplify them, we have made of the libraries. Go to the third layer, Android Application Framework. This is basically an API interface to manage the entire application in a single way. Like the framework is having following their type of manager in them. All of these managers combine to form a framework, and the developer use these managers to get our work done. Like Activity Manager to manage the application lifecycle. These things we would be covering up in a spread section, which would be Activity Lifecycle in Android. Then our Telephony Manager that have a content provider for doing SMS on inbox, and do all basically content providers. In this layer, we only deal with application, such as when we download an application and then install it to run the application. This layer contains the core application including email clients, SMS programs, calendars, maps, browsers, contacts, and so on. All Android application can be developed with the Java programming language. And the last layer is Android Runtime. Android Runtime is the layer that makes Android application run where in the process use a Linux implementation. Dalvik Virtual Machine or DVM is the engine that forms the basis of the Android application framework. Inside the Android Runtime is divided into two parts, core libraries and DVM itself. Core libraries is an Android application are built in the Java language, while DVM as a virtual machine is not a Java virtual machine or JVM. So a library is needed to function to translate the Java or C language, which is handled by the core libraries. And for DVM is a register-based virtual machine that optimized to run function efficiently, which is an improvement that makes the Linux kernel capable of threading and low-level management. Okay, that's all about Android OS architecture. I hope this will be your first step to become an Android developer. Of course, we still need a lot of information and knowledge. There's still a long way to go. So if you have any question or suggestion, feel free to write it down on comment. Support me by subscribe this channel, like, and activate the notification ring. Bye!